So, following up from this Spyro Heroes Tale 100% showing, we're actually going to be going to DylanJayFox in the past, as we have an interview with one of our Vortali Any tournament finale teams. This is the Elora launchers of Anchovy, New Year, and Blunt Bows. So stick around for that. Following that, we'll then be going to Spyro 2 Original, with the 100% race between Hypnoshark and New Year 98.
What's going on, Spyrothon? I am here with Team... Fuck, what was your guys' name?
Elora Launchers.
Elora Launchers, that's what it was. I knew it was Elora something. What's going on, Spyrothon? I am here with Team Elora Launchers, and today we're going to be conducting a little interview with the whole team, find out a little bit more about them as runners here at Spyrothon. We got Blunt Blows, we got Anchovy, and we got Noyar. Blunt Bows, not Blunt Bows. Blows? Bows.
Bows.
I'm bad at names. I always say Blunt Bows. I don't know why. But anyway, I have a few questions for you guys. And Blunt, you guys have anything? Noyar, you have anything to say to the people at Spyrothon before we get going?
Well,
I hope you guys are hype.
Yeah,
for sure.
It's hot in here,
It's a good event,
and that's because of you guys.
Well, thank you. That wasn't really directed at me, but I'm going to take the compliment. All right,
It's directed at everyone.
Yeah. We're going to hop right into the questions. First of all, and we're going to go in order of Ann first, Blunt, and then Noyar in terms of answering. Once again, just to let everyone know how the ordering's going. Every question applies to everybody. So first and foremost, how long have you been running the games you've been running, as well as the current category you're running?
Yeah, so I had never played Spyro 1 in my life up until April of last year. And I picked up, I started running Vortex. I did my first Vortex stream May 5th. Not shortly after. I've always been a Spyro fan, but I never had Spyro 1 as a kid, only 2 and 3.
Yep.
But I got hooked on Vortex watching Nova Spell streams, as I'm sure many of us in the community have. Great streams. And
sure that's where I first met you. Like, honestly.
Yeah. I met a lot of community people through that Nova's community. It's been great. Yeah. And ever since I started doing runs, I've been hooked. If you've seen my streams, you know that I probably play this game too much. But yeah,
17,000 attempts, isn't it?
It's a couple. How about you, Blunt?
I started running in early January 2021. I started looking into the running Spyro 2 December 2020, but I didn't start running until January. I started with 14 Talisman, then I moved into any percent, then 100%, and then 40 Orb. Basically full cleared Spyro 2, and then I moved to Spyro 3. Started with any percent. I started running any percent in early May this year, so 2022. And then I ran it for like a couple months, until I got my, 2457. And yeah, I mean, great category, honestly, Spyro 3 at any percent. And now I'm on to 117, but I'll go back to any percent soon, so maybe get first place, but no, probably not.
First place? All right. Jeremy's quaking right now, bro. You should be saying things like that so lightly. How about you, Noy? How you feeling? How's your history with 14 tally looking?
Only 14 tally or general speedrunning?
I know 14 tallies are going to be running the relay coming up here in a little bit.
I started speedrunning in 2016, 2017 at some point with my PS3. Yeah. And I ran Spyro 1 120% since that was my, and still is my favorite game of all time, pretty much.
It's a good one.
I just did some
people like it.
Yeah, there are a few people who are kind of good at this game and who kind of like it, like 2 or 3 people. And did some quote-unquote casual 120s. Didn't really bother learning stuff or engaging in the community, but I watched Booms and Chris LBC streams. I also remember like watching Bucci and Ali Dest
Yeah.
runs at some point.
Some legends
Yeah.
you just named right there, like prolific names
Proper
in
legends,
Spyro.
yeah. And at some point at the end of 2019, I started really grinding 120. That's also a point I started engaging with the community, and like with the beginning of 2020 and quarantine kicking in, I started streaming and going full send into speedrunning, where I focused on Spyro 1, 120 only, and then I moved on to other games. Now I pretty much focus on Splash Factor games, mostly full completion categories. Though I also run any percent and other trick categories. I started with 14 tally at like the beginning of 2021.
It's a good one to start with. I'll say that much. 14 tally is a blast. Absolute
It
banger
is
category.
it is a very fun category and somewhat beginner friendly for NS2 category.
I would say
compared
so.
to Hundo and any percent.
Yeah.
And yeah, started, did a couple of runs with that, and then I just kept going.
Gotcha.
Pretty much.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, it's awesome to hear about you guys' history. I mean, everyone starts in speedrunning in different ways. We all start in different games. You know, Blunt, obviously, you're pretty new to the scene, and you're pretty new to the scene. Noyar, you've been around for like a little bit longer, but it just goes to show like the quality of runners we got coming up in this Fortaliani relay. As you guys all have like in a short time really honed all your skills in your categories and shown that you're pretty good at it, I would say. And leading into that, I actually want to talk to you guys about your goals with those categories. So, and you're going to be running Vortex. Like, what's your ultimate goal with Vortex? And I know what everyone's going to say. I'm just saying, I've been saying it since day one, though, before you say world record.
I mean, I gotta say it's tempting. And honestly, couple hours ago, I was on a pace that honestly had me considering that one day it could be possible. I was just on a pace that if I had not messed up this one trick, I'd be in the top 3 right now.
Yeah.
It was flawless everywhere else, but that's speedrunning for you. But yeah, for now, my goal that I'm super focused on is get in the top 3, get that gem next to my name on the leaderboard, and then from there, I wanna keep pushing, and hopefully, I can one day hold that world record.
I definitely think you can. And Blunt, I think you already made your intentions very clear.
I mean,
as I mentioned before, Jeremy is like I can feel it, bro. He's quaking hearing those words here.
Ultimate goal, first place, sure. I think short-term goal would be kind of like a mid 24, just to kind of secure, second place a little bit more. Because right now I'm like a second ahead of Spore, so it's not that far ahead. But I said at some point I said I wanted to get a 24:30. But I'm focusing on 117 for the meantime. So when I go back to any percent, then I'll focus on that time. But right now, I think 24:30 is kind of my current goal with any percent.
Gotcha. That's a good goal to have. I mean, it's not too far off of record, and it's definitely within your skill range based off of the runs I've seen you put together. So I can definitely see you reaching that 100%. How about you, Noyar?
So the thing with me is, contrary to these two people, I'm not a absolute legend at the category that I'm running in Spyrothon. So, my time is
I disagree.
like average.
I think you are a legend.
Thank you. It's like my focus is more on completion categories, but 14 tally is also pretty fun. And at one point, I want to learn the swimless route for it, and maybe go for 27 or 26 would be pretty cool. Also might be learning Sprothering Interruptor, but that's a big maybe because tried it for hours on end, didn't get it once. So, and I'm not that patient with tricks. And for speedrunning in general, currently grinding all the Splash games completion category to maybe get world record in that. That would be really cool. If I could beat the current world record that's on the board.
Definitely. I mean,
oh yeah,
there's there are avenues to get there, and I mean, as long as you dedicate yourself, in the same ways, and Blunt, obviously yourself, you dedicated yourself quite a bit. I think you all are incredible, and are very capable of all the goals that we are really talking about here. However, we're talking about the apex or the summit of speedrunning, right? Like the thing you want to reach all the way at the top, that world record, that #1 spot. I want you guys just to individually, in 30 seconds or less, like this has to be like a quick speed round type thing. In 30 seconds or less, I want you to pitch to a brand new player why they should run your category that's coming up in the Vortaliani relay. In 30 seconds or less. Pitch it to me. Tell me exactly how you want it to be. And we're gonna start off with you. And I should have had a timer ready, but we'll start off with you.
It'll be easy, okay?
Okay. I'm ready.
I mean, I got into Vortex as a new to speedrunning, like first speed category that I ever took super seriously.
Mhm.
And there is no more perfect category of anything, because with Vortex, you can choose what kind of tricks you want to do and set up a nice and easy route as you get like acclimated to the game and get used to its mechanics and stuff. And you can start to ramp up the difficulty with the tricks as you improve and learn the mechanics more. I think it's
you just hit 30 seconds. I think you touched all the bases.
Yeah, huge.
You got that. Blunt, how about you? 30 seconds.
Very similar to Vortex. I think all three Spyro trick categories are good for beginners because you can just not do any tricks really and just slowly implement them and add them as you feel comfortable. Spyro 3 80% is a good it's a good variety category. It's got lots of cool tricks. It's not too long. It's a great starter category. No real gem collection or anything. So if you're just getting into Spyro 3, it's probably the best category to start with.
Yeah. You were about 24 seconds, a little bit faster than Ann there. All right, Noyar, go.
It's fun, and what the other guys talked about with the trick categories, you can choose an easy route to do in 14 tally and have fun with it. And you can implement tricks and make it more difficult for yourself and still enjoy the grind, because speedrunning is fun. That's why we're all here. And also meeting new people. Like, I'm a German guy talking with an Australian, with an American, and another American, which is pretty cool for me. And Spyro is also a reason I met a lot of friends and also flew to America this year. So.
All right, you're at 36. So
also a big focus for me.
In that speed round, Blumbo's coming away with the W there, and with a close second. And Noyar, not to cut you off there, but I was trying to keep it to being speed. I was trying to make it like a little speed run theme.
But I'm third. I still got the gem behind my name. That's cool.
Dang, the shade.
So. I fully agree with you. I like your point, especially like it's fun, and that's why we're here at the end of the day. If you're here in Spyrothon, if you're here playing the games in general, you're here to have a good time. I know you guys are all here to compete. You guys are here to do your best, but most importantly, I hope you're here to have fun.
Definitely.
Last thing I want to mention, last question / kind of open the floor up to you guys a bit. Is there anything you guys want to say to your opponents at Spyrothon later this evening? Is there anything you want to say to the people in attendance about why you guys, the Elora launchers, are the team to be looking out for here?
We're gonna crush. We're just gonna crush it. The Elora launchers don't lose. I'm too competitive. I hate losing. Okay. I'm gonna lay it all out there tonight at Spyrothon. Okay. It's full send every time. All right. Easy.
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 Whitepaws nuking Kamek and shambles after that one.
Yeah.
Look, all I'm saying is we got Anne, who has probably the single most hours of any runner in Vortex, 17,000 attempts. You got me, second place, 80%. Pretty experienced at 20%, somewhat new but experienced. And then we got Noy going to 14 Talisman, also been around for a long time. So I think you better watch out, because I think we're a solid team. We're a solid team.
I would agree. I think you guys are very well positioned here in this final. Noyar? Let's hear it.
Kamek?
Roast him. Destroy him.
Wanted to tell you, I make you a promise. We'll both go for Spyrothon to Rip, though. Deal? Deal. And
I wanna see that.
secondly, 20 gift subs and I'll crash in Dragon Shores. That's totally not a joke.
Shit.
Yes.
Totally not a joke. I will
He'll do it.
absolutely.
20 gift subs to Spyrothon, which goes to support John Spyrothon. That's where the
Yep,
gift subs are going,
Beat
right?
Jonathan Spyrothon, and I will
Okay.
crash in Dragon Shores at some point. Not in the relay, but
Awesome.
at some point.
Well, you heard them, folks. They're here to win. They're here to show why they're the best, whether they want to believe they're the best at what they do or not. These are some of the absolute best runners in 3NE, in Vortex, and in 14 Talisman across the boards. Honestly, all three of these runners, I am super pumped for this race. I'm super excited to commentate it, and I hope you stay live with us through the rest of Spyrothon. Let's get back to it, guys.